once again for the renegade master. Back 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 once again for the renegade master.
Hello my renegades, and we are back for All That Is Love Island season 10 episode 50, which is the talent show. So mine's a little bit late because I had a lot of things to do, but I'm here with you now. But you are going to get the next one quite after, which is the Grafties. So you get a twofer, as I said, a 2 for 1. So you get a twofer today. And before I start and get into this episode, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the notifications so you can see when I am back on with you lovely lot to make some more videos. And as I keep saying, I am on the road to 1K, so I'm hoping that people will come and subscribe. Well, let's get into it. I think the main issue at the moment is literally just talking about Scott and Abby, right? Because that's the main point that keeps coming up now at the end of the day. There isn't anything else that's coming up in the villa for now. All of them are all talking about, like, you know, their family and friends came and they were so happy to see them. And then just talking about the chats that they had with him and stuff. Now, I believe that Scott has kind of changed his mind in terms of telling Abby where he wants to go with that relationship, that he doesn't want that relationship with her, because he believes that because his mum and his sister said that they can see something between him and Abby. And then you've also got Abby's mum who explained it to Abby in regards to why it's best to wait for him or be a slow burner, that he thinks he doesn't want to, as I say, dead it off right now. But as I keep saying, we already see that this man is not feeling Abby. He not feel Abby in any way, shape or form. He's not feeling her, and we can completely see he is not feeling her. And when it came to the talent show, as I'll get to, if you kept looking at his reactions when Abby was doing her thing, you could tell he was not feeling her in the slightest. Like how he was with Catherine, as I keep saying, how he was with Kath is a completely different kettle of fish of how he is with Abby. This man is not showing this girl nothing, not one iota of even like hand holding, kissing, hugging, stuff like that. But yet, he may not do that during the day, but yet they will show each other a little bit of affection when they're in bed together, because he will still hug her and kiss her up when they're in bed together. Let's just put it that way. And that's why I'm thinking, is this man trying to force something with this girl because he knows it's only maybe a week or so left in this villa. And as again, in order to keep progressing in this villa, you need to be in a couple with someone. Now, I'm thinking that it is time for either Ellaby and Mitch to go, or Abby and Scott to go. I'm kind of hoping that Ellaby and Mitch go first, because I seriously, they're up. I'm up to here with them too, like proper up to here with them too. But we shall get into that. So you see Abby and Scott have a conversation in terms of about where they're at basically. And he's basically saying that Abby's up here and he's down here, and he wants her to come down and meet him in the middle. Now, my thing is this man ain't trying. He's not trying in any way, shape or form, but he wants Abby to move from where she is to come down and meet him. So where's your temerity to try and move up a scale in order to meet Abby in the middle? Because at the end of the day, you want Abby to come down to you, which she will do. She will come down to that middle ground with you, but then you clearly are not on that middle ground with Abby at all. You two are both in completely two different separate entities altogether. So how they make that work, I do not know. Me personally, I don't think it's going to work. I really don't think it's going to work. But as again, you can let me know what you think and get in on this chat, because it's not looking good for them two. Like seriously, not looking good for them two. And it's not us looking in that seat. It's all the people in the villa that see it too. Now, don't forget, this is the second time that Scott's been pulled up on his behaviour and the way that he shows affection and emotion and stuff like that. And okay, he built it up with Kath, but with Abby, he's not even trying, like really not even trying, even though he thinks he is, he ain't. So then we move on from that, and you see that Abby and Mitch are having a chat. And then it gets to the older Darjay about, Mitch throwing out the bit that, you did it first with Scott. And Abby seriously does not see where she did what she did with Scott the same as Mitch. I will give her this. When she was with Mitch, yes, she was doing the whole flirt thing with Scott and everything like that, and going back and forth between them and telling Scott what Mitch has said and telling Mitch what Scott had said. But at the end of the day, the differences, the minute differences between Abby's situation and Mitch's situation is she didn't dog Mitch out for somebody else, basically. She did not dog Mitch out for someone else. Mitch did that to her. Like, Mitch, yes, had those conversations in the beginning with Ella B, but then the problem with Mitch is he was then going back and forth between the two girls and making promises that his mouth could not keep at all. And that's what I would say is the difference between what Abby did and what Mitch has done. So Mitch's is a little bit worse, but what I don't get is how nobody's actually seen that Mitch is the bitter one. Mitch seems like that he's just getting at Abby for just the fact that she's got to know Scott, or she got to know Scott when they were together. That's how it seems to me. This man is punishing Abby for some reason, and you can see it, and you see it through his little roast in the freaking in the talent show, and you see it as well when you get to the grafties, because he cleaned up at the grafties at the end of the day, because he's a fucking messy little bleeder. But you see that this man is bitter. This man is still hung up on Abby, and I don't see how nobody can see that, but I see that. That's how I'm viewing it. But yous like, let me know what you think. So basically, we carry on with the conversation between Mitch and Abby's basically telling Mitch that she believes that he sold her a dream. And it's true, he did sell her a dream. He really did. That's what he was doing. And then to top it off, you have fucking sweatface Ella B come over to walk over and thump herself way into the conversation. And I'm like, seriously, love, leave this girl be to have the conversation that she's having with Mitch and let everything get out in the air. It's got nothing to do with you in that sense. Yeah, it's got nothing to do with you in that sense, because when Abby's come to you to tell you the truth about what Mitch has been saying, you don't believe it. You believe in what Mitch is saying, but that came back to spank you in the arse, and we will get onto that when we get onto the next episode. Anyway, but Ella B should have left them be to have their conversation, because her bringing herself into it, all it caused then, while they were having a conversation, is for Mitch to get up on his motherfucking high horse, as he always does, buggers off and walks off and leaves her sitting there. And then in the next breath, you've got Ella B and Mitch talking, and how Ella B's saying, well, you tried to be nice to her, but she's not taking it that way. And I'm like, no. This is where yous lot have seriously got to get off the back of Abby. Like, seriously. I don't particularly like Abby in that sense, but seriously, everybody just seems to be fucking ganging up on her at the moment. And I don't know why, but it's more so Mitch that is ganging up on her. If you notice, Mitch is the one making the snide remarks. Mitch is the one making the digs at Abby all the time, and nobody notices this. But yet when Abby clapped back, Abby is the bitter one. Abby is not the bitter one. Abby is not the drama right now. If you look carefully, it's Mitch. Mitch the bitch is the drama. So you get OG Ella, who's having a chat with Scott about the situation with Abby, and basically asking him how he feels about Abby. And he's basically saying that he doesn't want to spend every waking minute of his day with her, because that's what he thinks Abby wants, but he's not at that level. And they're asking him, but why are you not showing her affection? And he goes, I can't. He's just a slow burner. I mean, freaking, if I hear that word slow burner one more time, it's a fucking snail's pace that you're at, mate. It's a snail's pace that you're at, Scott. Ain't no slow burn about it. That fucking candle went out long time ago. I think from when Kath left the fucking island, that went out a long time ago. Ain't no slow burn about it. You're still trying to freaking light the bloody candle to put some heat up underneath your ass, but it ain't working. And I do believe that Scott is beating around the bush, like completely beating around the bush. And then him and Abby again had the conversation, and this is at the time where Abby had heard in terms of like Scott not wanting to go any further but hasn't told her. So basically she explained to him what Whit had told her, in the fact that she believes that he wants to dead it, and he says no, he doesn't want to dead it off, and if he was going to do that he would have done it a long time ago. And then keeps talking in terms of like, you know, I think this man sometimes talks in riddles. He proper talks in riddles. I really don't think it's going to work for him. He's not going to cut it off with Abby. That's not going to happen, because you need somebody to get through to the fucking final with. So he's not going to cut it off with Abby. The only way that that's going to cut off if they leave the villa, they get out on the outside world, and then he can just like, you know, that's done. It is dead, basically. So Abby was kind of right in thinking that he may be stringing her along to the point that they get outside the villa and then he cuts off everything completely. Sometimes I just don't understand how many times these women are sometimes going to let these men play them over like a fool. Like, seriously, play them over like a fool. I mean, money fucking talks at the end of the day. This man is saying everything that you want to hear, but his actions are not lending to what he's saying. So why are you still sitting there? That's what I want to know. Why are you still sitting there entertaining his chatter when his actions are not lending to what you want? I don't understand it. But if any of you out there can make me understand it, then please come through and make me understand it. And then we get to the talent show. So Miley comes in and she does the hula hoops, which was actually pretty good. And these girls with the bloody splits. Jesus, Tarambe, I was like, okay, you with the splits. And Ella B with her tumbling act and everything. Oh my, Ella B was good. Now, I have to say Ella B was good. I'll give her props for that. She was good. The way she was flinging her body here, there and everywhere was good. I liked Jess and OG Ella's dance as well. They did that pretty good. Sammy was like a little puppy dog. That's how I can explain it. He was like a little puppy dog. He was literally like trying to get people to like his act. And it was like, I need this reassurance. I need the applause. I'll do it for the applause. That's what he was like. He was like a little dog. He was like a little puppy dog, man. It was not cute. And yeah, it was kind of weird. It was kind of weird. And I do like basketball, and that's what Zach did. So Zach has got some talents too. We go for Locken and Ty. They did a little like song, and actually it was quite good. Can't tell a lie, it was quite good. I do get kind of cringy when people start singing and they can't carry a tune in a bucket, but it was okay. I could sit there and listen to that one. Mitch and his roast, yeah, some landed but some did not. He was rude to Abby, and he was totally rude to Abby. But yeah, some landed, some did not. Some was like, phew, like, yeah, nah, back to the drawing board for that. Then, who else was that? Abby. Abby made me laugh. No, Abby did make me laugh because she dressed as a clown. She did the clown makeup quite good. And she was doing the balloon stuff. And she said she was going to do a crown for Whit because she's a queen. Oh, why did it look like a fucking long-ended condom with two ends ripped together and then splatted on fucking Whit's head? Oh, it was funny. That was so funny. And then she turned around and she said, I've been feeling like a clown most days, so now I'm going to embrace it. But throughout all of her, like, performance, all we had to do was look at Scott's face when the camera panned to Scott's face, and Scott's face was literally not impressed. And this is what I'm saying, this man is showing you that he ain't feeling you with the slightest, like absolutely showing it, but no one's saying nothing. Well, they are saying something, but Scott is telling them no, it's not the case. But it is the case. We can totally see it, that this man is not into this girl at all. And then I think it was Scott that goes last, in terms of him singing I think it was a Rihanna, was it a Rihanna song? You can let me know in the comments. Was it a Rihanna song? I don't know. I think it was. And yeah, I did kind of leave the room at that one because I told you I get a little bit cringed out when people can't sing. And he was nervous. You could tell he was nervous, but I was just like, yeah, no, I can't hear any more of that. So I went to the stairs until it was over. And that's where I'm going to leave it. And then we'll come back onto the grafties. So I will see you all again soon, my renegades. And as again, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button, and I'll be back on your screen very soon.